So, what's been happening? Is it me? Or are British troops not as good as they used to be?
They indeed will stand out amongst their peers.
And not only that, I think the police are getting smaller.
They've received what they're calling a lot of information.
There's a question. What the hell is this bloke doing under the table?
So, he's doing very, very well. An accurate assessment on his availability for selection will take place on Wednesday.
Over on BBC Breakfast, one man broke the heart of children everywhere.
You know, there is no such thing as the dog poo fairy.
And finally, did anyone else see the moment this guy realised life was meaningless?
For 15 years, promised solutions.
So, what's been happening? Well, there's been some huge alien news.
The Ministry of Defence has explained why it decided to scrap its UFO desk after 60 years of recording alien sightings and abductions. The MOD's official reason for the closure is that UFOs pose no threat to the UK.
No threat to the UK? I'm not sure about that. Check out this incredible interview from this morning.
Meet Stephanie Cohen. Stephanie claims that she is often visited by aliens who help to guide her through life. She also says that she has sex with them and has out-of-this-world orgasms.
She has sex with aliens?
We have travelled a million light years.
What do you want? To learn about our planet? Steal our minerals?
No. A hand job. Just going to tell you a while I've got 3 dicks. What goes in Uranus stays in Uranus.
It's so ridiculous. Did you see the rest of her interview? Check out the beautiful moment Philip Schofield zinged her.
Why don't they show themselves?
Because then they're not into showing off. They're very quite reserved in themselves.
Well, they have sex with you at a bus stop. That's not very reserved.
They're so shy. Whatever, one fingered you in KFC. Of all the things aliens could do, visit Mars, travel the solar system...
No, I'm going to pork someone on a megabus.
It gets better. I love the highly scientific way that Philip was trying to prove the existence of aliens.
Tell them to go into my dressing room right now and tell me what's in my briefcase.
What's in my briefcase? Then I will believe. I don't want to see one. I just want to know what's in my briefcase. Now, what follows is, for me, one of the strangest bits of TV that I have ever seen.
I'm trying to, myself, to look into a briefcase myself.
What do you see?
I don't know, I just see the briefcase.
I love it! After all that... Don't worry. I know what's in there.
What a night! Philip Schofield is crazy.
Now, next up in education news, have you seen who the government are getting to teach kids?
Former soldiers are being encouraged to consider retraining as teachers under a new scheme which will allow them to qualify in just 2 years.
Soldiers are going to be teachers. How scary will that be? Hey, kids, what's 4 times 4? I don't know. What's 8 They'll have them marching in the playground. Mr. Adams is the best, 'cause he's former SAS. Caught me chewing gum in class, stuck that Wrigley's up my ass. I'm in trouble, 'cause I fart bubbles. That's madness! Kids and soldiers, not a good mix. Mind you, if you think soldiers in the classroom is strange, take a look what they've banned in Australia.
Blowing candles out on a birthday cake could be a no-no because of strict new hygiene guidelines.
Children aren't allowed to blow out candles. Well, that is going to change birthday parties.
Happy birthday!
And you're adopted.
Mind you, some kids are delighted. They kind of struggle with candles anyway. That's a clip I like to call Asthma Can Be Funny. Not that it's all bad news for kids. Look who's become an author. Chelsea star Frank Lampard has published his first children's book. How lovely! I've actually got hold of a copy.
One day, Frankie saw a beautiful princess locked away in a huge tower. He couldn't get her down. His friend Peter Crouch couldn't help.
It's too high.
Nor could Luis Suarez.
Oh, my teeth.
In the end, he got her down the only way he knew. She was so beautiful. They kissed and fell asleep in each other's arms. Unfortunately, when Frank woke, John Terry was fucking her.
Some peculiar health news knocking around. Have you heard about the strange new condition sweeping the globe?
Now, a scientific name for people who get pleasure from the most banal activities. It's called Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, or ASMR.
Apparently, there are millions of people around the world who watch deliberately dull videos for the pleasurable sensations that they generate.
Some people are addicted to watching dull videos. It's basically tedium porn. That's what it is. Yeah, baby, use that hairdryer. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna have a borgasm! There's already a name for people who get pleasure from utterly banal shit. They're called believers. They call themselves boredom addicts. Boredom addicts. What are their dealers? Check it, man. I got a video on soil erosion. Yo, I got a 300-page pamphlet on the most efficient way to bleed a radiator. You was gonna find it well tedious. Do you know the strangest thing? Apparently, when boredom addicts see dull videos, it triggers the same sensation as an epileptic fit. Check out this guy's reaction.
Is it a meditative state?
I think it could be either a meditative state, if it's real, or it could be something like a fit. And if you look at something...
Fucking brilliant! Did they piss themselves? Amazing! Mind you, we shouldn't be too harsh. Because what one person finds boring, another doesn't. I mean, you guys might not be into spinning seals. I'm a huge fan. I could honestly watch that for hours. And it doesn't always have to be seals. Have you seen where you can now stay in Liverpool?
The boutique Titanic Hotel floating on Liverpool's Albert Dock has an uplifted stern and downward slanting portholes to give the impression of a sinking vessel.
A Titanic-themed hotel? What next, the Jimmy Savile crash? This is madness. Absolute madness. What if it sinks? They won't notice. Oh, Ours is very authentic, Brian. Look at the water gushing into our room. We've paid top... Oh, bollocks. Do you know what I do? Right, this is honestly what I do. If I owned the land opposite, I'd build a hotel shaped like an iceberg. Just then waking up the next morning, fuck it up! Still, there are worse places to stay. It's a genuine hotel. It's a genuine hotel. From poor taste to a bizarre discovery on a beach.
Now, a man from Morecambe believes he's come across a rare discovery on a beach that could be worth more than £100,000. It's ambergris, a dried piece of whale vomit.
Yeah, he found a piece of whale vomit that's worth £100,000. Must be great being a whale. Imagine that, I'm skinned. All right. Actually be quite annoying, because the fins, they can't get... They'd have to get, like, a dolphin to put their nose down. No, I'm saying to get the sick from... I'm not... So why is it worth so much?
Ambergris is used to make perfume, and it's extremely rare.
Perfume? Well, that is going to change the ads.
She is the sun. She is the moon. She...
Fuck's sake. Thank Christ it weren't a sperm whale.
Some truly brilliant crime stories from America this week. First up, an evil overlord has been stealing drugs from the police.
Wichita police say 3 bags of marijuana were torn open at a storage facility and the evidence taken. Not by thieves, not by evidence tamperers, but by hungry stoner mice.
Well, that is bollocks. Clearly, the police have taken it and come up with an excuse. Who took the dope? Stoner mice. What about the cocaine? Bloody mafia badgers. There was they hid the coke in their stripe. So you're probably thinking the police left it at that. Oh, no! They really want to get this guy.
We do have a sketch artist that came and did a rendering responsible for the marijuana heist.
Unbelievable. And not only that, they've also got their best detective on it. I've just noticed. Can you go back to that photo? How droopy are his tits? Brothers hung low. Now, from joy to a cripplingly sad story about a man who had something very dear to his heart.
A Muskegon man says it's taken him years and thousands of dollars to assemble the collection of vintage pornography stolen from his home. Police say burglars took the collection and a couple of flat-screen TVs during a break-in this week.
That's right, he had his porn stolen and it made the news. So you're probably thinking, I doubt he did an interview about it. Oh, guess again.
My porn collection is valuable, man. My collection was the best in Michigan. A guy in Connecticut told me that. It was in this door right here. Notice it was stacked like this high.
They took the lot, man. Men in crack gone. Jizzy Jeff and the Gash Prince gone. But worst of all, God, I'm gonna shed a tear here, but worst of all, them bastards took my anal videos. Although even I can see the poetic irony that I did leave my back door wide open. So was his wife as upset as him? Not really.
I went in the bedroom and I told him that, I said, oh, you really getting ready to be mad? And he said, why? I said, oh, your porn's gone.
She's so happy, ding dong, your porno's gone, your porno's gone. Maybe now I see a little more action and a little less traction. Apparently, the police are hunting down this porno thief. I think I know who it was.
So He's doing very, very well. And after the settlement damage...
Now it's time for a very special mystery guest. As a treat, the production team have found me someone special to interview, and I have to find out who that person is. So, please welcome my mystery guest! Hello.
It's nice to talk to you.
Well, it would appear that Joe Pasquale's bulked up.
No.
Can I peer around you? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can indeed, yes.
It's quite a big beard
But
there.
don't...
You don't mind me saying, sizable balls.
I'm very well endowed. The polar bears don't complain. I'll shag anything that moves.
OK. I think I know who it is. Can you make that noise again?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh, I know who it is. I know exactly who it is.
Who is it?
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow, it is. It's Brian. Is it Brian Blessed?
It is my son.
Wow.
Marvellous. Oh, goodness me, little more like it. Yes! And I want to say to you all, Gordon's alive!
I love you so much. I'd love to go on the lash with you.
You'd love it.
Can you do me a favour? This is a personal request. Can you look down the camera and can you say, in fact, I'll whisper it to you so it isn't a surprise. I need you to say two things for me. Can you say number one?
What? Say it again.
Liquid ass!
Ain't nobody got time for that!
Brian, do you mind me if I ask you a question about your deep, powerful voice?
Yes.
Because you're something of an explorer.
Yes, yes.
Because I worry about you when we hear about you up where there could be an avalanche and you'll go... Do you ever have any sort of scary situation?
I'm the oldest man to reach the North Pole and the magnetic North Pole. And we were followed by polar bears. And some of the lads on the British expedition had got guns. And I said, I'm not going to... Because I love animals. I've got 3,000 animals that I have to support or rescue. I'm not going to kill an animal. But one night, eventually, it got closer and closer, the polar bear. Been followed. It's his territory. And then the polar bear got closer and closer. I never forget. Fucking ourselves. It came... It tore through the tent. There was his face. And I just went... Yeah! Straight in its fucking face. And it buggered off, and it was one we never saw it again. It was lovely.
I love the idea. Wouldn't it be great if there's a parallel world where there's a polar bear telling that story? Anyway, I met that Brian Blessed. The guy's absolutely bonkers. I wanted an autograph and he punched me in the fucking face. I went home and went... You beat up a polar bear. If there is a God, and there isn't, but if there was, he would be looking down on you and going, that's how you make him. Who's ever punched a polar bear?
I know. It was... God, it was amazing.
God. I mean, you have an instinct. You have an instinct. That's your gift. You have an instinct to bring joy, or there is no situation that you can't improve. That's for your major skill. You've met a polar bear. This is going to be awkward, lady. Bash. Yes. You're also, may I say this, you're one of the finest swearers we have in this country. Yes. We got the clip of him swearing. Oh my God! You have to see this.
This is terrible. I don't normally swear.
Well,
look at it, Foxy! Fucking sphincter! Arsehole up your ass, up your fucking sideways, you fucking boring fucking whore! Fuck off, you cow!
Nobody does it better. If we could go on this sort of magical, drunken quest, where would we go? I envisage my ultimate night out would be with you and Boris Johnson. Where would we end up? One of us would end up dead.
I'm very fond of Doris Ray. Is a bit of a... Look, I'll tell you... You know, I met him in the car park about years ago at the BBC. I can't park anywhere, can't park. And looking at me as if I'm responsible. I'm only doing a voice-over. We can't park anywhere. Why is this? Well, don't fucking ask me. Why don't you shut your fucking mouth and give your arse a chance?
Which is wonderful, but what's talking about you, I think what I find fascinating about you seem very comfy in your own skin, which is an amazing trait.
Yes,
what is your tip? Why? Because every time, see the atmosphere you just coming on, you provide joy.
Yes.
What is it? What's your thing?
I love life.
And life loves you.
Yes, it does. And I also love myself.
Good.
I'm very deeply in love with myself.
Why not? But I would be. But you, of course.
Yes, well, I mean...
you look so manly. It looks like you created that beard just by going...
Yeah.
It leaps out.
Yes. I think you've got to really love yourself. I mean, to love oneself is to have a lifelong romance. I have now fully become a fully trained cosmonaut in Moscow. I've done 800 hours, centrifuge, MiG-20s, MiG-25s, and I'm now first reserve for the International Space Station, and I'll be going there next year to the International Space Station. I'm 76. I won't be restricted. You follow your dream? There's no one like you. We've all got something that no one else has got. Follow your dream and don't let the bastards grind you down.
Yeah! Huge science news that could benefit all of mankind.
A team of scientists has been on a mission to discover our cats' secret lives.
Yes, it's the BBC's Horizon team, and they placed 50 cats from a quiet village in Surrey under intense surveillance, fitting them with cameras to record their activities.
That's right. Scientists are going to film some cats. Some were shocked. Some were quite happy.
Film that bitch.
It's so ridiculous, isn't it? They want to analyse the secret lives of cats. What do they think they're going to find out?
By day, I eat and sleep. By night, I dress up as a polar bear and try and meet up with Brian Blessed. To avenge that day!
It is pretty pointless, though, isn't it? Because you picture a load of scientists in a lab. Should we cure AIDS? Try and eradicate cancer? Nah. Let's just watch this. Now, my final story of the night concerns joy. Did you know that last Friday was the happiest day of the year? You're telling me I had a belter of a day. And it's miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too, you wonky-eyed fuck. Hey, sugar dick, let's bounce.
Finally tonight, a story about a boy called Tommy with an amazing talent.
I'm Tommy Carroll. I've been skating since I was 10. I was born with bilateral retinoblastoma, which is cancer of the retinas. And since it was caught late, I was left blind by the age of 2. One of my favorite things is to wake up early and get to the skate park before anybody else, because I can really use every inch of that place and not have to worry about anybody being in the way, and it really gives me a great time to express myself on a board and skate to the fullest of my abilities. All what I do is based on sound, and I'm always constantly using the sound of my wheels to check if there's anything in my way, get my sense of direction, all that kind of stuff. I think everybody should know that everything happens for a reason, and that there's always a way to overcome an obstacle if you really wanted it enough.
Thanks very much for watching the news. Thank you so much. Good night, my friend. Farewell. Good night.